Good everyone, please welcome to the stage Peter Klein Hans.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out, especially people who had to come through the terrible weather last night and this morning. I really appreciate it. We've got 9 songs for you. They're all original compositions. We should be wrapped up in an hour or less, so enjoy. Lucy got off her hands, she stood on her feet. She went and found a cute caveman, said, come over to me and multiply here with me under the stars. This whole damn planet, boy, it's gonna be ours. 3 million years, 3 million years. Her grandson left the woods, his arms covered in cuts. He said, who needs berries and who needs nuts? Let's take these seeds, we'll throw them down in a row. We'll sit back and we'll watch them grow. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So swing low and come on in for the kiss, 'cause there's never ever been another moment, a moment like this. We made it through an ice age and we made it through drought. We built civilizations and we wiped them out. We died in plagues and we died at war, but one thing we always knew we wanted was more, more, more. One fine day we stuck a straw in the ground, pumped out the storage, sunshine went and drove all around. We're gonna use it all up in under 200 years, and now we're listening to dying wheels and frozen gears. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So swing low and come on in for the kiss, 'cause there's never ever been another moment, a moment like this. 3 million years, 3 million years. This right, we might both end with a smile. 8 billion people just like us. 8 billion people on a ball of dust. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So put down your phone and come up for a kiss, 'cause there'll never ever be another moment, a moment like this. 3 million years, 3 million years, 3 million years, 3 million years. Lucy's children caught in space, infinitely growing in a finite place. See it written right across a darkening sky. Adapt or die. Adapt or die. There's never been another moment like this. There's never been another moment like this. So swing low and come on in for the kiss, 'cause there'll never ever be another moment, a moment like this.
Thank you. So I'm Peter Kleinhans. This is my first release of an album, which I've been working on for the past 4 or 5 years. One of the main ideas in the album is supposed to be about different characters, different people. Try not to have too much of myself in there. I'm trying to reach out and imagine what it's like to be all different sorts of people. This next song is the only one for which I did not write the lyrics. The lyrics were written by a poet who is my favorite poet, Stephen Dobbins. This is a love poem that he wrote for a woman, and 12 years later, he actually married her. They were married for 30 years. She passed away a few years ago. I didn't know any of that story when I wrote this, when I decided to make a song out of this poem. I actually just found out when I managed to reach Mr. Dobbins just this past year. But I think it's a beautiful poem. It means even more having heard the reality behind the story. It's called A Separate Time. In the years since I saw you on Sunday, I left my house and walked out on the earth with only my occasional luck and knowledge of cards. I saw men and women constantly dissatisfied who had not learned to close their hands, sewing and patching their few words, fashioning garments they hoped to grow into. There were winters sheltered in a cabin beneath pines, frozen rivers, animals crazy with hunger, but always I saw myself walking toward you. As a drop of water touching the earth immediately turns toward the sea, toward the sea in a separate time, a separate time. Tonight I visit your house in the time that's precious to newspapers and clocks. Only a few days have passed. The room is quiet, quiet. Looking into your eyes, I am an exile, turning the corner of the last cliff, who suddenly sees his home valley with its steep terraced fields and its white-roofed houses gathered there on the hillside, and then the blaze of wood smoke and a woman calling her husband in for the night, in for the night in a separate time, in a separate time. Always I see myself walking toward you, as a drop of water touching the earth immediately turns toward the sea, toward the sea in a separate time, in a separate time. Separate time, in a separate time, in a separate time. Thank you. Now, while that was a love story that was something that he imagined before it happened, a lot of times relationships aren't as easy, and this next song is about someone who's a little bit more unsure.
Here's the sock you left on the floor. Here's the path leading out the door. Can't spend another day with you. I won't hollow myself out anymore. 'Cause today I'm leaving home. I'm leaving home. I'm leaving home. Leaving home. Up on the stage we acted happy, and I performed well at my part. And I'm a master of suspending disbelief, but I can't suspend my heart. And I'll settle in the driver's seat, slam the door and latch the belt. Gonna turn the key and drive away, gonna watch my worries melt. And speeding toward my windshield is a future free of you. And I glance back in my mirror as your face recedes from view. And today is the day. Today is the day. I'm leaving home. Leaving home. Spent too much of my gold on you. Spent too much growing old on you. And it's not always your choice. And it's time I found my voice. Spent too much of my gold on you. Spent too much growing old on you. And it's not always your choice. And it's time I found my voice. And I'm leaving home. And I'm leaving home. I'm leaving home, and I'm leaving home. But something's catching in my throat. I can't remember to forget the way I know you'll feel when you discover that I've left, and my foot's still on the pedal, but I can't help from looking back. And I don't think I've ever seen a tear of yours and managed not to crack. Cars pass north, east, south, and west of me, silent but the whirring of my mind's own machinery. How can I surrender to that sadness that you wear? Wake me from this sweet dream, I'm already there. There's a knot inside my stomach, and now you're opening the door. And you're looking quite fine tonight, and the sock is off the floor. And I'll wear my illegal smile, I won't climb any hill too steep. I've got Xanax to control my nerves, I've got Ambien to sleep. And I'm leaving home. And I'm leaving home. Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm leaving home. I'm leaving home. Tomorrow I'm leaving home. I'm leaving home. Tomorrow I'm leaving home. Leaving home. I'm leaving home. Thank you very much. The next song, I was once told by a poetry teacher that a poem is supposed to be, at its ideal, congealed emotion. And that phrase always stuck with me. And to me, music is an offshoot of poetry, which I once studied.
And this is a song somewhat dedicated to the people that I knew when I lived in the Midwest. I announced horse races out in Indiana for 4 years. I also worked in Michigan and in Kentucky. And I just, there was a certain emotion there, coursing sort of through the veins of a lot of the people. And I think it's actually, if anything, grown since that time. And it's actually the name of the album as well, Something's Not Right.
Out and back at Applebee's, there's a tired sun settling down behind the trees. And when my girlfriend's done at Lowe's, maybe we'll find a place to go. But probably take the same old turn, head back home without a word. We're much too tired for any fun. It seems the day is gone, for it's begun. But there's a vision I can't shake, of a voyage I gotta take. I can't say just where I'd go. All I can say is that I know something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. The way it looks from here. Tomorrow's Independence Day. What independence anyway? My ex will stop by with the kids and grab a beer. We'll have about 15 people here. And my brother with his guitar, still hoping he'll be a star. Don't think he'll get too far, and it's gonna hurt when he sees the way things are. But the smoke from the grill still smells the same, and everyone here knows my name. Am I the only one missing the buzz of the rough or the real or whatever else it was? Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. The way it looks from here. Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. And it's a quiet kind of fear. My daughter's hair's a willow, shaken in the breeze, and my son's first word's a whisper, whistling through the trees. And if there's one thing that I won't do, it's give away the gifts that have come my way, that have come my way. The party's over, everybody's gone. There's an uneasy feeling keeping me stirring. My girlfriend's dreaming the night away. I kinda wanna wake her, but I wouldn't know what to say. Should I get up and take a drive? Let the wind rush by me, remind me I'm alive. See the moon, get a midnight snack. It's not that far to Walmart and back. Another day and how I spent it. Wish I could live as if I meant it. It's not so bad bit by bit, but can it really be that this is it? Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. The way it looks from here. Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. And it's a quiet kind of fear. Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right.
Something's not right.
Thank you. Back to the spirit of different characters. This is actually my favorite song in the set. I really have a soft spot for this character who is in the twilight of his life's journey, and but of course still having to live his life's journey, as we all do at all points. And something that I think is not written or sung about enough is aging and dealing with that, and that's what this song's all about. Everything inside of here is gray, and it's a pointless question to ask if it's night or day. Every day I'm here, I'm bleeding my family dry, and I wouldn't blame them for wishing I'd just die. Now I can truly say that I loved my wife, and until now I truly loved my life. 82 years and I never slowed down, and now I'll never see the other side of this God-forsaken town. I gotta find a way to muddle through, find the next thing to do, find a way to slip some sunshine through, to paint these walls sky blue, sky blue, oh sky blue, my sky blue. I was never one to spend much time living in the past, but where else can I live when nothing else around me seems to last? And if I close my eyes just right, I find I can catch a glimpse of you, and I'll pour the wine for us, and you'll sit beside the fire. Time and tide can't hold a match to the flame of our desire. I'll reach out and I'll touch you, honey, and I'll let my fingers feel the chiffon of your dark green dress, and what could be more real? Let's lie down on our backs, let's look up at the sky, let's each choose a single gull to watch, and let's trace it as it flies. And I don't think I've ever known, ever seen anything more true than this sky blue, this sky blue, this sky blue, my sky blue. Fly me away to this sky blue. I think I'll spend my time with you in this sky blue, in this sky blue, in our sky blue, in my sky blue. Fly me away to this sky blue. I think I'll spend my time with you in this sky blue, in this sky blue, in our sky blue, in my sky blue. Thanks a lot. The next song is the only song that we're going to be playing tonight that is not on the album. I first heard the term fake news during the course of the 2016 election cycle, and at the time, I'd never heard it before, and I thought, wow, I'm going to be like way ahead of the curve and write a song about this. And now, 2 years later, it's old news, and it's not a very interesting expression anymore. But fake news has been going on since the beginning of human history in one form or another. But it really has divided us lately, and I think that's really sad. I have a group of people here that I know are all on all different sides of the political spectrum, and I feel that people have really been divided by things lately, and it's sad. So that's what the song's about. Woke up to find someone's unfriended me today. Doesn't like the way I see the world. It could be we never were such good friends anyway, but I'm still stinging from the epithets he hurled. Seems the truth's a shot receding into the past, and I gotta grab some, 'cause it's flying from me fast. So please don't give me the fake news. If I have to read all night, I will, just to find the right facts to choose. No, don't give me the fake news. No, not the fake news. Work is hard and home is even harder. This counter's a good 2 feet high with bills, and I can't bear to look that way, so I'll leave the room and walk away. Pull the blinds down until they're past the sills. But my Coleman calls me in, and my big remote, it asks me where I've been, where I've been. So go ahead and play me some fake news, and I can just change the channel if I want to change my views. Yeah, play me the fake news. Yeah, the fake news. It's a good morning without a prayer. It's a foggy morning everywhere. I need a narrow beam of light to help me see. We'll find the gloves that fit these hands. We can't all be Switzerland's. Well, I've picked my side now, and nothing's gonna sway me. I'm safe inside this one-way mirror dome, and I know who I'll agree with, and I know whose ears I'll hear with. And I'll take the address that leads me to my home. And home's a place where they all think like me. And home's a safe and solid, cozy place to be. So go ahead and play me the fake news. Nothing too hard to swallow for this boy with the blues. Play me the fake news. Nothing too hard to swallow. Just play me the fake news for this boy with the blues. Just play me the fake news. The fake news. The fake news. Just play me the fake news. The fake news. All right, we're going to get a little louder and a little angrier on this next song.
Wait a minute, where's this anger coming from?
Ready?
All right.
Can't you hear the rumble from underground? Can't you hear the hum from up above? Can't you hear the whisper on the street? Don't it shake you sometimes when you hear the heat? It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. Commit the crime to stay. Blow the whistle, better run away. Should I censor what I say? It's recorded by the NSA. But don't you feel so much safer with Big Brother on the phone? And don't you love never being alone? There's a ringing that never leaves my ears. It's at a pitch that's tuned into my fears. Too exhausted to think, too awake to sleep. Don't it shake you sometimes when I hear the heat? It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. How do you turn off the toys? How do you tune down the noise of Taylor and Caitlyn and Kanye and Kim? Let your mind wander and let your mind swim below the shiny surface of what they try to call the news. Beneath a sheltered island of what you've got to lose. So take a look around. Take a look around. Tell me if we're waking up. Tell me if we're lying down. Tell me who we're up against. Tell me who we're fighting for. And tell me why there's a SWAT team at my door. What good to vote when both sides have been fought? What good is hope when it only keeps you caught? Somewhere between where you are and where they say you're supposed to be. No matter who you are, it's gonna shake you when you hear the heat. Just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. Better find somewhere new to run. I think I better learn how to shoot this gun. I used to think I could find some safety in the crowd, but this cacophony is just too damn loud. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling. It's just the sound of everything falling apart. Thanks a lot. That tremendous conclusion on the keyboard was Bet Sussman. I'd like to introduce an Emmy Award winner. We should go around and introduce this wonderful band. I'd like to explain how I got together with these musicians and a little bit about my musical history, because we just have a couple songs left. Until 5 years ago, the only instrument I could play was the piano, and I was never really able to write a song just on the piano. I never really understood what it took to put a song together. Discovered Apple's GarageBand, which is a wonderful piece of software, which now comes, if you buy an Apple computer, you get it, and started playing around a little bit more, and started taking guitar lessons with my friend Matt Detro over here on the end. Learned how to... I don't think it's ever going to make me a great guitar player, but it's good enough that I can write a song, and he's been just an incredible help to me throughout this process. And after that, I started taking songwriting lessons with Tony Caniff, who... Sorry, Tony, I didn't realize you were looking that way. Tony is responsible almost single-handedly for connecting me with all these wonderful musicians, which has just been an honor to learn to play with. I mean, they're just such professionals. It's just amazing. Just as a quick example, Bet, I gave one little piece of the one song once, and she just played the whole thing as if she'd heard it 100 times. I couldn't believe it. And they're all that good. So thank you, Tony, for connecting me with them. Tony's also mixed the songs on the album, and he's pretty much the director of this entire operation right now. So there's Tony Kniff. And let's see, who else do we have here? We have Mark Schulman, who's, I'm sorry. I got it mixed up over here. Where's Mark? Mark Schulman over here, who can do some magical things on his red guitar. And of course, Larry Saltzman, who I introduced as Mark incorrectly. Consummate professional. You heard him just shred that last piece. Wonderful. And we have our backup singers, Elaine Caswell and Karen Lloyd. Caswell and Karen Lloyd. Karen's been a tremendous help to me in learning about harmony. She's been in the studio a lot, helping us put together the different sets of background vocals, and that's been a huge help. And Tony Mason on drums, who I only met in time for this gig, but it's been great working with him in that short time. I didn't mean to. No. Okay, so we've got a couple songs left. And the next one is a long one. And in fact, when I went to Tony's workshop with this song, I saw his face immediately drop when I told him that this song was 8.5 minutes long. I apologized in advance for its length. He said, you don't write songs.
It hasn't come up yet.
It's a long song, but it tells a story that's based on a book from the 40s called Waltz into Darkness. That's the name of the song. It's also the name of the book by Cornell Woolrich, who is a wonderful noir writer. And this book was made into a couple movies. I don't think the movies do the book justice. I hope the song does. It's called Waltz into Darkness. The year 1880, I stood by the dock to wait for a lady. The great Mississippi, it was rough, it was wide, and my hand held a picture of my mail order bride. She was sturdy, she was 40, her words wise and kind, and though she was no beauty, my heart paid it no mind, for it was time that I married, and I knew I was ready for my Julia, loyal and solid and steady. Then the boat was unloaded, the last travelers gone by, and none like my Julia had passed by my eye. My heart, it felt colder, and my body felt colder. Then I heard a soft voice from a young hand on my shoulder. She said, waltz into darkness with me. Waltz into darkness with me. Around and around, watch your step, 1, 2, 3. Come waltz into darkness with me. I was wrong to deceive you, I should have played by the books. But you know I don't want a husband who just wants my looks. I looked at this angel, I said, well, I've lied too, honey, 'cause I don't want a wife who just wants my money. And oh, what a wedding, and oh, what a betting. Each one of us giving, each one of us getting. Lost in the spin of our twirling romance, with our feet off the floor in the whirl of the dance. Oh, oh, but we make a fine pair, with my dashing new top hat, the blonde rings in your hair. And how can it be that we'll come to harm, with a smile on my face and your hand on my arm? July, I got a call from my bank. He said, I don't mean to alarm you, but I've got to be frank, for there was a woman just here with a slip to withdraw, and I couldn't deny her. She's your wife by law. Deep in my doom and my dread, I drove on through a wicked wind home to find my wicked wife gone. She'd called a coach, and she'd left the house
and she'd left $55 of 55,000.
Waltz into darkness with me. Waltz into darkness with me. Where every right step is as wrong as can be. Come waltz into darkness with me. I found a detective, and I gave him my proxy to chase her. While I got drunk in Biloxi, with a fire in my belly, and a heart like a stone, and a gun at my side, for if I found her alone. One day my man called, he said, your wife's in your town, at the Great Southern Hotel on the Mississippi Sound. Room 25, that's the number you need. So keep hold of your senses, man. I wish you Godspeed. I hid in the corner as she entered the room, like a hot torch flame blazing in the dark and the gloom. She turned when she saw me and my gun in her eyes. She said, but why take me dead when you can take me alive? And my gun and my anger had dropped to the side. And what man was so lucky to have such a bride as this treacherous turncoat in ribbons and lace, with the devil's design and a goddess's face? She said, the law's on my tail, so what about you? I said, I guess if they get you, they can have me too. She said, okay, if you're in, then let's catch a train. So we left for Mobile into a slashing black rain. Oh, but we make a fine pair, with my dashing new top hat, the blonde rings in your hair. And how can it be that we'll come to harm, with a smile on my face and your hand on my arm? But one day that detective, I knew he'd find us. No matter the trains or the towns left behind us, there was a ring on our doorbell on a November morn, and he was there like my conscience, his heart full of scorn. He said, I've seen some fine fools, but never one quite like you, see, taken to town twice by the same worthless floozy. I was calm and collected, my eyes clear and hot, and I raised up my gun and I took a clean shot. How easy it is to take the wrong life. How easy it is to choose the wrong wife. Yes, I married disorder, my perilous mate. Fly with me together to our ruinous fate. Empty my bank account, empty my soul. Flood me with daylight, it's darker than coal. Seduce and surrender, destroy and deny. My coquettish pretender, my whole truth, my lie. Waltz into darkness with me. Waltz into darkness with me. Place my ring on your finger, there's no more need to be free. Come waltz into darkness with me. Waltz into darkness with me. Waltz into darkness with me. Around and around, watch your step, 1, 2, 3. Come waltz into darkness with me. Waltz into darkness with me. Around and around, watch your step, 1, 2, 3. Come waltz into darkness with me. All right, thank you. 8 minutes, made it through. One song left. This one's not 8 minutes. Thank you. So, as many of you here may know, I am getting married next year to this lovely bride-to-be, Colleen. This is also a love song, but unlike Stephen Dobbins's, mine takes place in the real world, where Colleen and I, as anybody who knows us know, have a tendency for a stormy relationship, although that's probably not the right word to use in these current weeks. But in any case, we once joked that if we put a pin in every place where we've had a fight in New York City, if you tried to pick up the paper, the map would fall apart. So this is based on our love story. It's for Colleen. It's called To Hell and Back. With your words, heal me with your song. Whip a perfect night from a day gone wrong. Spread your sunshine, then unleash your squall. If I don't fall, I'll be back to love you before too long. Come take a ride with me on this train to hell and back. Lock your lips with mine as we jump the track. You're my passion, my poison, you're my blessing, you're my curse. But you're better, so much better than your worst is worse. As you take me places that I thought I'd never venture out to. And my vacation wants to be a place I've never been, where I can hitch a ride with you to hell and back.
To hell and back.
I want to take that ride
To hell and back.
with you by my side. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. Don't you know that I can float?
To hell and back.
Let's sail into the storm.
To hell and back.
You know I'll keep you warm. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. I can float. Our plans again. I forgot our plans again. This time they'll be hell to pay. I missed your call, baby. Come on, ruin my day. I'll hurt your feelings first, then you'll hurt mine more. And that's the score. I'll want to run, and then I'll beg to stay. Come take a ride with me on this train to hell and back. Lock your lips with mine as we jump the track. You're my passion, my poison, you're my blessing, you're my curse. But you're better, so much better than your worst is worse. And you're the only one who's ever understood the way my mind works. And your smile's the last thing I want to see before I close my eyes and face the dark. Someday I promise I'll learn to hear you the way that you need me to. And I'd rather risk too much fire than risk too little spark. Hell and back, I want to take that ride.
To hell and back.
With you by my side. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. Don't you know that I can float?
To hell and back.
Let's sail into the storm.
To hell and back.
You know I'll keep you warm. Come on, baby, go ahead and rock our boat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And before I forget, one thing that comes with this concert is a free copy of the album, which is available on your way out. Please take 5 if you want and give them to all the people you want. Thanks so much for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Give it up for Peter Kleinhans, everybody. It's a really amazing and beautiful record, so everybody please take one on your way out. It really is a beautiful musical experience.